When Catherine Jones, or Nowland, was brought before the court at the Old Bailey in London on the 3rd of September 1719, charged with bigamy, her case looked like a foregone conclusion. That being so, Catherine was in peril of her life, for the Bigamy Act of 1604 had stipulated that the penalty for being married to more than one living person at a time in England was death. Catherine had been married to John Nowland on the 27th of April 1713 by Dr. Talboy at a house in Blue Ball Alley, the Mint, Southwark. In April 1719, John Nowland was abroad, and during his absence, Catherine married again, this time to Constantine Boone, in the same house as before. The Mint was an area named after a coin mint which had operated there in the 16th century. It became known as a disease-ridden slum and a haunt of the impoverished, desperate and criminal, until almost up to the end of the 19th century, when the area was redeveloped. Not long after, John returned home, and somewhat upset at what had occurred while he was away, had his wife indicted for the crime. Catherine acknowledged both marriages, but said that at the second she had not married a man, and that therefore the marriage was invalid. She explained that Boone was a hermaphrodite, and had been an attraction at Bartholomew Fair, Smithfield, Southwark Fair, and other places, as a novelty of the human body. Hermaphrodites continued to be a popular exhibit in freak shows right down to the 1970s, although many were simply cross-dressers. It appears Constantine could have been a true hermaphrodite, possessing both ovarian and testicular tissue, enabling the formation of female and male sex organs. A witness was sworn who testified to knowing Boone as a child, and stated that she, or he, was dressed by her mother in girls' clothes and taught things such as needlework, which was considered necessary for females at that time. At the age of 12, however, Constantine began to dress and act as a man, and went to sea. There was a similar prior case, when 19-year-old Arabella Hunt, famous at the time for her singing and lute-playing at the royal court, sought to have her marriage to James Howard annulled in March 1681, after just 6 months of wedded bliss. She said James was really Amy Poulton, who was an hermaphrodite, and already married to Arthur Poulton, who had only died after Amy's second marriage. Amy was examined by 5 midwives, and found not to be an hermaphrodite, but a woman. The marriage was annulled in 1682 on the grounds that 2 women could not marry each other. Constantine Boone appeared in court and confirmed all of the preceding testimony. She seemed more feminine than masculine, which was supported by the evidence of other witnesses, that the female nature was the predominant one. As a result, the jury acquitted Jones of bigamy, as a marriage in England had to be between a man and a woman to be legally binding. This law changed in 2014. Although the remarkable case was the topic of conversation for some time afterwards, there does not seem to be much, if anything, known about the lives of any of the participants after this time.